Have you ever felt utterly drained of energy, both physically and emotionally? Have you struggled to rebuild your life after trauma, seeking answers and healing? If so, you're not alone. Today, I want to share my journey from that exact place to where I am today. If you're looking for an essential emotions breakthrough coach that can help you improve your health, body, finances, business, and/or relationships, then click the bell to be notified every time I upload a video. My coaching can help individuals become more self-reliant in various aspects of their lives. This transformation series has answers for you. Stick around until the end to hear how to get my essential emotional reference guide. I am so excited to share with you today. My name is vanZ. I'm a registered nurse, certified essential emotions coach, and body talk practitioner. I have been involved in the wellness industry, educating and working with thousands of people like you for 30 plus years. I help people to become emotionally, physically, and financially self-reliant. Do you remember what happened for me in 2012 when I literally walked through a stranger's door by accident? Truly a divine accident. In short, prayers were answered. Prior to that day, I was living a very frazzled life. If I had a tail, you would have thought it was stuck in a live electrical socket. I frequently felt jittery inside at the start of the day and then down in the dumps by the end, never feeling like I measured up. Do you know what these feelings are like to live out, day in and day out? The frazzled energy was too much for some people. They chose to distance themselves from me, which only deepened my pain. The psychological effects of being a single mother, oh, how it was messing with my head. I would go to sleep at 8 p.m. when my 7-year-old went to bed, knowing that by doing so, I would wake up around 4 a.m. and be able to sneak out the door for an early morning run before she woke up. Plus, I started ticking off each task I had written down on my full day schedule, as if being busy would keep me safe from the bullies in my head. My morning runs along the coastline of Maine when the rest of the world was sleeping helped me to release some of the anger, frustration, and anxiety that seemed to be a constant in my life at this stage. I craved the endorphins that were released through exercise. They were my drug of choice, along with food, which led to this vicious cycle. Although my diet was 95% whole foods, along with being market fresh, left me feeling drained of energy, consistently reaching for something to eat around 3 p.m., not because I was hungry, but because I would get a hit of energy from it. I then felt shame because I wasn't able to drop the excess weight I was carrying with me. Despite my 5 to 7 miles of running every day of the week, plus eating what I thought it was a healthy diet, well diversified, and meditating 30 minutes morning and evening, I was still feeling empty and drained of energy, mentally and emotionally exhausted, and frazzled from what I thought was the psychological effects of being a single mother. You know what I mean? After all, I had for years gone through therapy and had a very advanced neuropsychological workup, and was cleared by my EMDR therapist, or at least I thought I had internalized her response as that. Knowing how intelligent my therapist is about trauma today, I likely misinterpreted what she said. I was still suffering the consequences of childhood sexual abuse. I had walled off parts of myself to the point that I could no longer truly feel. All that anxiety, depression, fear, and shame and self-hate were parts of me that simply wanted to be heard. Instead of listening to them, I blocked them out by self-medicating with work, exercise, food. After all, couldn't I please people by diligently working, exercising, and eating healthy? That was what I believed by the conditioning from my mother. It pleased my mother when I worked, and she hounded me constantly about my need to watch my weight, yada yada. I was finally doing all the things my mother implied I should do when I was an obese child. You see, I grew up and I got to nearly well over 180 pounds by the age of 13. I would show you a picture if I had one, but I hated myself so much, I threw out those horrible memories. Because I know others are seeking my message, I am not delaying in getting it out. Too many people are hurting and need answers. I know, I was one of them. The self-made prisons that survivors of childhood sexual abuse create are robbing them of a rich life. How do I know? Because I robbed myself of a life by suppressing feelings, emotions, negative thoughts, or at least I tried to. Have you ever done this? It was the result of the 2012 divine accident that my brain received amazing tools that allowed for it to be rewired exponentially faster than I had ever witnessed. Now, if you're like me, your childhood home isn't the place that you felt comfortable. Actually, just the opposite. After all, the people that were supposed to love and care for you didn't provide you with the protection and support you truly needed. Likely because they were clueless about your abnormal behaviors, how they were a result of trauma and unaware, and simply felt comfortable putting their heads in the sand because it was too painful to admit. The rewiring of my brain, the healing of the trauma that was packed away, created a shift in my physical presentation, which captured the attention of some friends that hadn't given up on me. I couldn't help but share what I had found. I knew they needed it. I knew the world needed it. So much changed for me when I started to integrate the best of science blended with nature into my already healthy diet, exercise, meditation, and sleep routines. Plus, with my work and daughter, I discovered I had been living with brain fog as the clouds in my head began to part. If you've been through something similar, I know that there is a better life waiting for you. Join me for the next part where I'll share with you what happened to me emotionally and mentally, plus what happened to my business. It's why I am here with you today. It's time to live free. Comment below, share what your hopes are, and remember, you are never alone. Click the bell icon to show your appreciation for this content and receive instant updates when I release new videos. Congratulations, you've made it through to the end. Access my freebie via the link provided in the description field, along with the link to join my free class. Take a moment to like, subscribe, and explore related videos. Your support is greatly appreciated.